Well, these are pretty measured responses from China. Even the 10% tariff that Trump put on all Chinese imports sounds like a big deal, but it's really not going to change the relationship all that much. What the Trump administration did overnight and what China responded with, this is part of the dance. They're going to come. This is how the two sides will come to the table and they'll say, okay, so I can hit you, you can hit me. Let's figure out a way to work this out or come to some arrangement. So I wouldn't call this a trade war. It's a bit of a skirmish, a bit of a flare-up to the trade war that we had in Trump's first term. But it's definitely setting the tone for what will be a meeting or a phone call or some sort of interaction between Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping to work things out.
That's interesting. That's enough for me. Brendan Murray is the trade czar, and he says this is not a trade war. So there we go. Yeah, you get to decide this stuff. What about how much this hurts the United States then, Brendan? Because I saw some big estimates of the impact that tariffs on China, Canada and Mexico would have on, domestically on the US. But now this is just China. It's a lower percentage. And this is going to hurt less.
It's going to hurt less. It's going to create a lot of uncertainty as well. President Trump has said that the Chinese tariffs could go to 60%. Now that would be a huge impact, but we're not there yet. Some of the other issues that they're going to face. The other thing that I noticed about China's response was, the companies that it targeted were important. We'll get in the headlines, but they're not. It's not Tesla. They could go after Tesla if they wanted to, and Elon Musk. That would be. The
Canadians went after Starlink, didn't they?
Exactly.
Or at least a part of Canada. I think it was Ottawa.
They threatened to. Yeah. Ottawa did. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
This is not the heavy artillery of a trade war being fired at the moment, but it will get the White House's attention, and maybe we'll see that phone call or that meeting come together in the weeks ahead.
So. Yesterday we had the conversations between Donald Trump, Claudia Sheinbaum in Mexico and Justin Trudeau in Canada as well. This all resulted in a delay on tariffs on those countries. What have we learned essentially in the past 36 hours about how Donald Trump is approaching the tariffs issue? They've gone in on China, but they've pulled back on Canada and Mexico. Yeah,
I'm not sure we've learned anything. I think we've been reminded that President Trump is transactional, that if he has an issue with you, he will look at your trade relationship and threaten tariffs. Tariffs seem to be his new superpower, really. He's saying, I've got a problem at the border with migration and with drugs. I'm going to hurt your economy if you don't fix it. The issue with China is a longer-term, more structural imbalance that President Trump is trying to fix. So that's going to take a more measured, a more step-by-step approach. There is a process underway through an executive order he signed on day one. That deadline for reviews will come back April 1. So April 1 is another one of those key dates that we're going to have to watch, because that's when the White House will have the justification, the legal authority to go forward with tougher tariffs and other sanctions on China.